guys, darlings. Welcome to my sector of the universe. This is Jess with Capella Wellness, here to help you step into your truth and star into your power. For those of you who've never been here before, welcome. Thank you so much for being here for the first time. I'm so glad you're here. For those of you who are returning for another weekly, thank you for rejoining me for another one of these readings. And to those of my who are my subscribers, thank you so very much for your love, your loyalty, and support. It means the world to me. I am forever grateful to each and every one of you. I want to mention that I have my first Capella class. People usually call them master classes, but I wanted to do something different and call it a Capella class on reintegrating the divine feminine. I have 3 different sessions for those. If you want more information, you can stick around to the end of the reading, or you can check out the description box below on more information about what that entails and how to book it and the dates and times and things like that. Also, if you would like a personal reading with me or a coaching session, that information is in the description box below. All right. I wish you guys a wonderful, beautiful, motivational, inspiring week, and I wish you a happy Valentine's Day. With that being said, let's get into your reading. Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your weekly reading. How's it going? I hope you are doing super well. I send you many blessings and much, much love for this week and the weekend ahead. We are almost done with February. It's pretty crazy. Super Bowl's gone. Valentine's Day is gone. We've got President's Day, and then month of March shows up. All right. Virgo, if you've never been here before, what we're going to do here is we're going to see what your overall theme is for this week, what you need to focus on, and what you need to avoid for your spiritual growth, because that is what this is about, so that you can align yourself with and attract the many miracles and blessings God has for you. Stick around to the end so you can see what other guidance Spirit has for you with regards to your spiritual growth, what your healing crystal will be for the week, and your affirmation for the week will be. And then we're going to see what guidance we have for your love situation. All right. Okay, Virgo. Let's see what your overall theme is. Remember, time's fluid. Even though I say this week, this is really a timeless reading. All right. Oh, boy, there it is. Also, check your moon, rising, Venus, and North Node placements to get a bigger picture. Okay. That's interesting that it came out in the reverse. That's distorted feminine, but I'm going to read it up here. Virgo, it's time to reintegrate the divine feminine. That's funny because I have 2 classes left about this. It's a very empowering class. I highly recommend you take it. There's a review on my community tab about it if you're curious. You can find more information about this class that I'm holding. I have 2 more classes left in the description box, okay? This is definitely going to best support you with regards to the theme already for this week. So, Virgo, this is really about you stepping more into these energies, all right? Creation and abundance. You utilizing your God-given talents to create something beautiful and wonderful to birth into the world, all right? Because the world really needs who you were made to be. When you embody these energies fully, Virgo, you really start to see a lot of changes in your environment. You seem to flourish more. You end up understanding that you don't need to seek validation outside of yourself. You don't need anyone to tell you they love you or how beautiful you are, how intelligent you are, how gifted you are, how creative you are, that type of thing. Nothing. The divine feminine does not do that. She also does not control things. She also does things in a very organic way. She doesn't allow anyone distorted, especially distorted masculines, to affect her. Why? Because she's attracting more of the divine masculine energy. She also has her masculine feminine energies balanced and this sacred balance within her. She also understands that beauty is found within her, and so is the joy and the happiness. She finds everything within her inner world. And when her light is shining, that ends up emitting out of her to the point where Her vibration is so high, she starts to attract all of these beautiful, wonderful things into her life, to include monetary wealth, to include excellent health and harmonious, successful relationships, to include the divine masculine. When the divine feminine, so when the distorted feminine fully becomes the divine feminine, that's when she kicks off the healing for her distorted masculine, to the point where she will end up attracting him or her becoming the divine feminine. Both have to be divine in order to have this harmonious, sacred, divine union. Okay. It's like the Lover's card. But this is really about you understanding that your role as part of the divine order is to be the leader with regards to being the nurturer and the caretaker, exhibiting that unconditional love, compassion, forgiveness, tolerance, acceptance, patience to others, because the divine masculine thrives off of the love that the feminine gives. That's why he needs her, she needs him to be the ultimate provider, protector of the family, the feminine, and the home. All right. That's why there's divine order with these things. So it's really time for you to start embodying these energies here, Virgo. Your life is really going to change for the better. And when you let go of this need to control things, or to have things your way or the highway, or to maybe there's something here about overly committing yourself, because you guys are excellent with service to others, but sometimes you guys can overdo it. And I could say that because I have very strong Virgo on my chart, and that kept me from being the true divine feminine. What happens is that we realize that, or I realized at least, being distorted, when I was the distorted feminine, I didn't have to do it all. I did need some help, and I wasn't afraid to ask for that. The divine feminine allows help to come in. She receives. She doesn't give, and give and give. She understands the law of equal give and take and the law of attraction. Her high vibration attracts the help that she needs. Sometimes she ends up attracting more help than she thought was possible, or she probably thought she needed this, but God said, no, you really need this, something to that nature. All right. This energy here is absolutely the fundamental form of being abundant here. And it's abundant in all areas of life, all 12 houses of the zodiac. Okay. When you are highly abundant in all areas of your life, you have this energy. This is the Empress energy right here. So when you're really committing to yourself and your self-care, your self-worth, you really start to raise your vibration. And again, you start to call in all these beautiful things, the miracles, the blessings, your divine masculine. If you're a business person, people start to see this within you, and they're drawn to you, kind of like the Queen of Wands, and they're very inspired to become the divine feminine themselves. And it takes a lot of hard work, I know, because it's been a lot to get here, but there are a lot of qualities that the divine feminine exhibits, to where those qualities she embodies fully. It's because of the qualities of the distorted feminine that she got rid of, so to speak. Okay. This is about you going through the natural cycle of life. She goes with the flow. She always pays attention to her divine guidance, and whatever her God, her angels, her ancestors tell her, she follows, because she knows that God knows what is best for her. And of course, I say her because there's a woman here, but we get that it's an energy, okay? She really trusts in her intuition. She doesn't second guess. The distorted feminine second guesses. The distorted feminine tries to overextend herself or himself, tries to take care of everybody else but themselves. That's not what the divine feminine does. That's distorted, okay? But know that your intuition is trustworthy here, Virgo. Some of you have to build that trust with listening to your gut, and that also ties into trusting in God first and foremost, because God speaks to you through your intuition. All right. This is also being more in tune with your sensual side and your sexuality too. Not trying to be something that society says a woman's supposed to be, even a man is supposed to be, right? Being your true self, your authentic self. Trust this energy about you more and more. Understand that you are a child of God, Virgo. You are a divine being. All right. When you reintegrate this energy, you're really going to understand the true power within you. Like I said, your ultimate potential, your true potential here. That changes the game for everything. So with the garden at the bottom of the deck, yeah, this is tending to your inner garden. When you focus on your self-care and your self-worth, and this is Seven Pentacles energy, you are investing in your well-being, your happiness, your joy, your wellness here. And you're patient, and you allow things to grow, to flourish, divine timing, right? You take out all the weeds, all the people, all the bad habits, all the lower vibrational things that are not for your highest good. When you weed those out, you're going to have this beautiful flourishing garden. But you have to be careful, because if you don't weed those out, what's going to happen is, with weeds, they just spread everywhere, and then you're going to have a weed garden instead of a flower garden, right? So when you are really focusing more on going with the flow, right? Letting nature take its course. You take breaks. You do your part, your mission work or whatever job you have, and you allot time for yourself. That is very important. There is such a thing as healthy selfishness, all right? Self-care is not a bad thing. And I know for women, and I've seen this in the females in my family, it's been difficult because, especially in my culture, and I'm Hispanic, and this is not a knock on my culture, okay? This is what I've observed. And if any of you who might be Hispanic, you can probably see this too, where it's like a strict role with women that they have to do all this cooking, cleaning, child rearing, and do all this stuff in the home with no help from the male, right? But that's not how it's supposed to be. That's not part of the divine order, right? There's also the thing where the mother, they feel like they're not wanted or needed or loved if they don't do everything. That is unhealthy. There's no balance there. That's coming from a distorted feminine, not a divine feminine. So until the divine feminine realizes that she has to be in her power and say, I need help, or tells the male or the husband, like, you know what? I'm not cooking for you if you don't do this, or something along those lines, right? It's like I'm hearing boycotting or something. Until the female, in this case, starts to really step into her power and saying, you know what, I cannot do everything. And she realizes that she does not have to do everything, because that's not what God has told her to do. She starts to be more receptive, because it's all about receiving and being patient. And again, not trying to take control of everything, all right? Like Queen of Wands in reverse. So when you really focus on your well-being, and you are taking out the weeds, and you are fertilizing, and you're planting the right seeds that are going to grow the flowers or the apple trees to have an apple orchard type of thing, you start to raise your vibration. And this is also about creation too, right? Your vibration rises, and it elevates so much so to the violet flame level that you fully embody this divine feminine right here. Okay? It's going to be very important for you this week and going forward, Virgo, to start taking better care of yourself and start pulling out all the things that are going to ruin your garden. Okay? Some of you know what these things are. And when you need to, take breaks. Go out there, go out in nature more. Some of you need to get more grounded. Some of you need to really be out in nature more and just sit there and just look at the beauty of nature. You're gonna have epiphanies when you do this. I did a lot of this. I I do as much as I can. The thing is, where I live, it gets very cold, and sometimes it's just like I don't like the cold anyway. But I can even sit after I do my readings, actually, because you can see I'm sitting by a window. There's plenty of trees outside. There's even some the pine trees and things. But um, I just look out there, and I see birds flying, and I just revel in the wonderment of nature, watching the clouds pass if there are clouds, or if the sun's out, or whatever animals might be around. Even if I can't be literally out there, I'm still observing nature, and that gives me more of a sense of peace. It helps me to remain calibrated. It actually helps clear my energies after I do my readings, whether it's for YouTube or for clients. All right. So if you can't really go outside all the time, or you don't have this type of garden or area where you can plop down and enjoy the world around you, try to find somewhere, or go someplace. If you could look out your window, if you have nature outside, just look out the window and just meditate on that. But a lot of you need to really spend more time outdoors to help recalibrate your energies. And again, when you see the beauty in nature, you're going to start to see the beauty in everything. This is also you understanding, seeing the divinity in every person, to include yourself. Okay? Because everybody is truly divine within. But what happens is we start operating from the distorted versions of ourselves. We don't operate the divine version of ourselves. That's the issue here. This is what God is telling you to focus more on. But it stems from you, Virgo, to really start focusing on your wellness, your well-being more. And there's a lot that ties into this, and I talked about it in my class. It's a journey to get here. I know it took a while for me to get here, but it is attainable. It's just that you have to do the work, and you have to be patient, because I know for me it's been years, right? It took years for me to be operating at this right here, and to make sure that I don't go back to being distorted feminine. But it's just like with the farmer, right? The farmer plants the seeds, and whatever it is he's growing, he has to wait for the harvest. And whatever crop he's growing, it could take months, right? But the gardener knows, the farmer knows. So he goes to do other things, but he makes sure that he's tending to it. He doesn't just plant the seeds and just walk away and just have everything magically happen. He doesn't have God fully take care of it, because here's the other thing. You have to put in your work too, Virgo, and then God will take care of the rest. He will bring the miracles to whatever it is that you're planting, whatever it is you're trying to grow. Okay? But again, there's a balance needed here with doing too much and doing too little. And if you're waiting for your so-called Prince Charming to come along, if you're just waiting here in the grass, oh, I'm just going to wait for the true love to come in, that my divine masculine to come in. If you're not integrating these energies, if you're not embodying this fully, you're going to continue to attract a distorted masculine. I have to be honest here. I know this because this is what happened to me. I kept attracting a distorted masculine. So I'm like, I don't get it. I'm a nice person. I'm cordial. I'm very giving. But you know what I was lacking? A lot of what this embodies. A lot. Which is why I continue to attract distorted masculines. I was waiting for things to change. But what I realized was that I had to be the change that I wanted. I had to be the love that I wanted. I had to be the divine feminine first. To do the work, to be the divine feminine first, to attract my divine masculine in divine timing. Right? There's divine timing with that too. Patience. But if you want the Ace of Cups, you want harmonious sacred union, it won't just magically grow. This is not like putting a seed in a microwave and it grows in the microwave. That's not how it works. It's not DoorDash or Amazon Prime. It's not going to come 2 days later when you plant the seed. You see what I'm saying? You have to put the work in, and then you let God take care of the rest, because everybody's on different timelines. Everybody heals differently. Everyone heals. Some people take longer to heal than others. But until you're doing the work, what you are truly seeking, Virgo, will not show up. You want that ultimate provider, protector, kind of like your emperor coming in? You have to get to empress mode first. If you want to stop having these unfulfilling relationships or these crappy jobs or whatever, go build your business. Go create things. Some of you are incredibly gifted at something. Go do more of that. Build a business off of it. It's going to bring you financial abundance. Or what will happen is, in some cases, you utilize your God-given talents, kind of like Six of Pentacles type of thing, and you give to the greater good of humanity, because that's what she does too. Whatever blessing she gets, she gives back. There's no conditional loving here or giving. It's all unconditional. She's all about unconditional love. And when she does that, what she can also end up attracting is a divine masculine who provides for her, and she doesn't have to worry about money. Because that's ultimately, in divine order, what the role of divine masculine is. To be the ultimate protector and provider. It's that emperor energy. They're the ones who are going to have, the ones who are going to provide, whether they give you the home or the car or the help with the finances or just pay for things for you type of thing. But a divine masculine does not use that to control the feminine. That is a distorted masculine. If they're using money to control the feminine. Divine masculines do not do that. But it is part of the divine order. Or the masculine is really the one who ultimately protects the feminine, the family, and the home. It was like that centuries ago. You guys know it. We have fallen off of that divine order, and that's why we're seeing chaos, especially with relationships. So God is asking you to start doing the work. The knight in shining armor is not going to show up until you reintegrate this and you maintain this energy on a daily basis. Okay? Look what's underneath commitment. You have to be committed to your well-being and your happiness. No one is responsible for your well-being. No one's responsible for your happiness. And no one surely is responsible for your pain either. All right. Let's see what you need to focus on. What does Virgo need to focus on at this time? Yikes. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Sirians. Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. Oh. Okay. You're probably wondering why Nine of Swords comes out as what you need to focus on. No, you do not need to focus on being hopeless, being in despair, worrying, anxiety, sleepless nights. No, that's not what this is mean. What I'm getting from this is, for some of you, you've been praying and hoping and wishing, and for some person to come along to save you, or you're waiting for that true love to come in. But again, you have to do something about it. You can pray, hope, wish all you want. You can watch tarot as much as you want. But if you keep hearing the same message with doing the work, integrating this, you need to be this to attract a divine masculine, right? doing the work, the inner work, tending to your garden, unless you're committing to yourself first, then how are you going to expect somebody to commit to you wholeheartedly or to the relationship? So some of you are just continuing to pray for things to magically fall in your lap. That's not how God works. The law of attraction is here. She puts in the hard work. But then after she puts in the hard work for herself, getting to this, she attracts stuff and she doesn't have to put so much effort into it anymore because she's vibrating at the highest frequency of all. So if you guys just keep praying for things and you're not doing anything, yeah, you're feeling like it's hopeless, that God is not listening to your prayers. Oh, God heard you, Virgo. It's just that God also probably either sent you someone to give you the answer, or he gave you the answer and said, Virgo, I heard you, but you're going to have to do this. And some of you have been a little bit reluctant, or some of you are been a little bit stagnant, or have been procrastinating on doing the work here. Okay. Love is not lost here, Virgo. What's going to help with raising your vibration is doing more of this. 3 of Cups. Find a like-minded community. I have a community on my website, and I post things in the community there to help. I'm going to be doing more things with that soon, since I'm probably going to be doing everything based off my website. So you could sign up for that if you want to find like-minded people there. Some of you need to start finding your soul tribe. Have more support from your soul tribe, but remember not to become overly codependent on the soul tribe, okay? On a like-minded community. This is about going out, having more fun, celebrating life more, okay? For those of you who don't have like a partner or who are in union with your masculines, it's not the end of the world. It could be way worse. It could be way worse. Why do you think this is hopeless? Being single or not having anybody doesn't mean that life is hopeless or that life doesn't mean anything. You have to go out there and have more fun. Enjoy yourself. It's going to help raise the vibration. The divine feminine does that. She does things to make sure that her vibration is still elevated. She goes to a community of like-minded people when she needs to. She surrounds herself with harmonious friends and other individuals. She's always feeling lighthearted. See, it's like this might be your face. This may be how you're feeling, Virgo. Maybe you have friends or other people. Hey, Virgo, come out. Let's go do this. No, I gotta work. I gotta do all these things, and I have to commit to all this stuff, and I have to be of service to people like 24/7. And that's distorted, Virgo. It's distorted when you do that. So if you're getting invited out to things, or people are just like, Virgo, let's just go have some fun. Go have some fun, Virgo. There's nothing wrong with that. That's part of self-care. Because again, you're responsible for the joy and the happiness. This is what the energy of the 3 of Cups is. You're responsible for that. You have the power to determine how you're going to live your life and what you're going to schedule in and what you're not. So in order to get out of this pain here, this sorrow, you have to release this. You have to break the cycle of getting into this hopelessness, and or maybe you guys are just very tired. You are worrying too much. You're giving into too many fears. Maybe you've been praying a lot about something and you're afraid that something's going to go wrong. You have to trust, okay? The divine feminine is always trusting. This could also be if you've been praying about something and your intuition has been telling you that everything's going to be okay. You might even pull cards on your own on it, or hear other readers talk about something's going to be okay. Somebody here, there might be a legal matter. It'd be interesting if the Justice card comes out. And you're like praying and praying, and it's like, God, please, like, I hope that this is going to happen, or you're worried, you're fearing the worst, okay? But your intuition's telling you something else, that everything's going to be okay. And God's told you that it's going to be okay. The cards that you pulled have told you it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. All right? She doesn't worry. She doesn't give in to fear. She has to stay strong and resilient because she trusts what her intuition tells her. And she knows the difference between intuition and her ego. God has been telling her what not to worry about, what not to fear. And that's because she's doing things that make her happy and joyous. She may very well be assisting a community of people, which helps her to remain in those divine feminine energies, because the divine feminine is like that. Okay? There's somebody here, though. I just picked this up. You may be worrying about some third-party interference. Or maybe there's something here with hopelessness, whether it's you or somebody else, Virgo, but I'm picking up on somebody is worrying about someone drinking, because this could be a drinking card. It could be a sister. It could be a sibling. If it's not you, Virgo, there's like other energies I'm picking up on here. Oh my God, I heard it could be a mother, because she's a mother, all right? There's some energy that's just popping up now, guys, about somebody is very worried about someone or a friend, sister, mother, sibling, something with drinking. If this is you, Virgo, you're coming from a distorted feminine place. What are you so worried about that you're drinking? That's not divine feminine. Okay? You really got to do better things for your wellness here, because this is not going to help you. There could even be somebody here who's excessively partying, who's doing too much of having a good time. Maybe somebody here is doing that to avoid something that they think may happen. Okay? I don't know where I got that from, but that popped up out of nowhere. But you really got to break the cycle of being in Nine of Swords energy. You also got to break the cycle of just praying and praying and praying and expecting miracles to happen when you haven't done anything. Again, it doesn't work like that. You have to be in vibrational alignment to attract what it is you're praying about. And you cannot give in to fear either. If you're fearful and you're anxious about something, that is a demonic spirit attacking you. That is way too low vibrational to be in alignment with divine feminine energies, okay? So somebody needs to really stop giving into fear and worry and anxiety here, and hopelessness and despair. You're responsible for getting into the Three of Cups state where you're having fun and you're enjoying life and you have a supportive group of friends or supportive community surrounding you. It's time to celebrate more. Celebrate your accomplishments too here, Virgo. Whatever it is that you're doing, celebrate your accomplishments. Maybe go to social gatherings, go out with friends and celebrate something that you did. Okay. This could also be somebody here might be worrying about a reunion with somebody, or reconciliation, or somebody's afraid of reconciling with somebody. Either you need to break that fear or stop focusing on this, or there could be, maybe it's your person who's breaking the cycle of being worrisome and fearful of rejection by coming in and reconciling with you. I'm getting a bunch of things. Yeah. 6 of Cups. For some of you, it's your person returning. It could very well be with that 9 of Swords. There's something ending here because the 9 is here. It seems as though there's peace being brought to a situation. That there's a recovery here. That something is clearing. And it has to deal with this reunion, this reconciliation here. Because, yeah, reconciliation twice. Back to back. Somebody's coming in from the past to reconcile with you, to bring peace. There's a recovery between the two of you. And yeah, you prayed about this, but you let it go and you let God handle it. Again, the divine timing. And now this person is ready. They're not giving it to the fear anymore. They're ready to reconcile with you, to reunite with you. You might be invited out to a date, on a date, some sort of celebration, or maybe you get invited to a wedding or somebody's birthday or something like that. Oh my God. 3-6. If you guys been watching my other readings, guys, either 36 is a significant number to you, or you're 36 years old, or there's something about March 6th. Something about March 6th. And this is crazy because this keeps coming up. And if you haven't heard me say it before, this is actually my counterpart's birthday. And you know what happens on March 6th? Mars and Venus, they conjunct at exactly 0 degrees in Aquarius. There's going to be some magic happening on that day. This is very interesting. Anyway, one thing to note, guys, March 6th is a big day in astrology. And it's so crazy that it happens to be my counterpart's birthday. And you know what the other crazy thing was? On that date was the same place that Jupiter and Saturn conjuncted. That great conjunction that happened in Aquarius at 0 degrees on December 21st, 2020. Mars and Venus are conjuncting in the exact same spot that the great conjunction happened in 2020. That's why it's so significant. It's a big day. It's a big day. All right. So there you have it. There's a little bit of astrology for you. 9 of Pentacles. See about self-care? Yeah, you guys got to have some more fun and start healing your inner child. All right? For those of you who are not doing the work just yet to reintegrate those divine feminine energies, let go of the past. Don't get all caught up in the nostalgia of the past. Start learning to have fun. Elevate your vibration. Start tending to your inner child here. Okay? Being playful, right? That's tied to your inner child. Like go be a kid again. Get self-care, 9 of Pentacles. Living life happily single. Look, it's another 9. You cannot, that's why I was talking about, do not think that life is hopeless just because you're alone. You're never alone, Virgo. Never. But again, you really want the true divine masculine to enter your life here? It could even be, they want, okay, I'm going to say even for males who may be watching this. If you're divine masculine, or, you know, you have to become divine masculine to attract your divine feminine. It goes both ways type of thing. So don't be all like down and out. Like, oh my God, this is like the worst thing ever because I'm by myself. Don't see, look at that face there. Don't be all mopey, Virgo. You have to learn how to love life. Be happily single. It's what I had to learn. Trust me. It's what I had to learn. I had to learn to have fun on my own and start sharing my talents and gifts with others, with healing too, okay? Healing my inner child, but just enjoying life as a single person, making healthy choices towards life and love. I built a business for myself. Some of you are being asked to utilize your gifts to build a business. I talked about that already. Watch how everything shifts. The divine feminine goes through this. She's happily single on her own. She knows her worth. She's very confident. She knows she's an amazing individual. And sometimes, you know, when she realizes that, she ends up ascending to that divine feminine level here. Those energies. So start focusing more on self-care, Virgo, and having fun. You can live the good life on your own. You can live a blissful life, happiness, bliss, joy on your own. It is possible because I am living proof. And I haven't been with anybody in years. But I know that God is going to bring me my divine masculine at the right time. And a lot of it has to do with the astrology too, by the way. Okay? All right, let's see what you need to avoid. Oh, God. All right. The Queen of Chalices. You see, when we're talking about listening to your intuition more, you guys really have to trust more of your intuition. Stop worrying so much, even though you're praying about something and you're getting the answer from God, or God's telling you through someone what the answer is, and your gut knows it, you still second guess it. You go back to being distorted feminine when you cannot trust your intuition. You're not truly divine feminine, Virgo, if you don't fully trust your gut. If you're giving in so much to fear and worry and stuff like that, that's not what divine feminine does, because she's so connected to God. Okay? Don't let your emotions get the best of you to the point where you're freaking out about something. Okay? There's no need for that. And if you are dealing with somebody who has a drinking problem, you got to have compassion towards them. This is what she does. If you're dealing with somebody who's having excessive partying, or they're spending money, I don't know why gambling's coming up, because that could be like Five of Pentacles type of thing. Somebody who's doing excessive partying, who's just like going out there and having too much fun and not caring about their kids, or rather, because I talked about mothers, right? Here's another mother here. Talking about, I don't know, they're being irresponsible or something. Have compassion towards that person. As hard as it is, Virgo, this is for somebody here. I have to say it, you're not truly divine feminine until you can have full compassion for yourself and for everyone, and that is also hard to do. That's why being a divine feminine is difficult to achieve, because a lot of qualities you need to be exhibiting if you really want to embody these energies. And again, I talk about this in my class, of exactly what it takes to get to that and how I got to it. Compassion is needed here. We cannot be judgmental for the actions of others because we do not know what is going on with them. It is not right for us to judge or to criticize if we do not know all the facts. So some of you really, really need to have more compassion in your life. Again, this is also towards yourselves too. That's got to be very important. Don't be wallowing in your sorrows. Don't be all like down and out again with that Nine of Swords. Don't let those emotions foster in you. And again, don't be codependent so much on other people, on tarot, on something. If you keep getting the same messages, Virgo, it's time for you to start paying attention to the guidance. Again, especially you, some of you have been praying a lot for stuff, but it's like God's like, Virgo, you got to do the work. Or maybe you feel a little bit guilty because you have a tendency to be gullible and believe everything everybody says. Even though your intuition says something else and it gets you into an unhealthy predicament or unhealthy situation, unpleasant situation. That's why, again, you got to fully trust more. You have to learn how to trust this more. You're still distorted if you're going by logic, or you're going to be up all in your head like Nine of Swords and you're not trusting. Remember, you trust your gut, you're trusting God. Here's another 9. There's 9s all over the place, guys. We just saw 999. There's a huge completion here. Something's ending so that something new can begin. You have an emotional block. Could be why you are not trusting your intuition. You're blocking your own intuition. Okay? Some of you have a hard time doing that. I don't know why, but remember, this is a collective reading. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't for somebody else, but you got to be honest with yourself. Or you feel overly emotionally overwhelmed. This is when your emotions are out of balance here, right? She does not have head-heart balance when she's in this position, because I'm reading this as a reversal or the shadow side of the Queen of Cups. When your emotions are running high and they're all out of balance, okay, completely overwhelmed here, out of control, you're feeling overcome by something, then this affects the mind space. When the heart space is not stable, the mind is not stable. This is total instability of what's going on in the mind, because for some of you, your heart is way out of whack. Okay? Way out of whack. This has to end here, Virgo. This is not healthy. Some of your health is being affected. That's why self-care is going to be incredibly important. Incredibly important. You can't just sit around and wait for something magical to happen. You're going to have to put an end to this, Virgo. It is up to you and only you. God will help you when you help yourself. You have to save yourself, and God's going to come in to support you. All right? As I said, you could do all the praying you want, but until you step out of these energies, you're going to stay in there. You got this. You can get out of these low vibrational energies, Virgo. It's not the end of the world. Maybe something happened and you're living a hard life or something like that. You got to get back up. You got to persevere. You got to keep going. You can't give up. The Nine of Wands is the don't give up card. Some of you, your courage, your confidence is being tested. You are being tested by God right now about something. All right? God's testing your intuition. Do you trust God well enough with whatever this is? You have to keep the faith. You also have to maintain boundaries here. All right, for some of you. Holy cow. There's another 9 coming out of here. Guys, geez. There's 9s all over the place. Now it's 9 of Cups. Somebody's living a hard life. Maybe somebody here, it's either you or somebody you're dealing with, Virgo. There's something with excessive partying and excessive drinking. Because here it is again. Thank you, Spirit. This could be excessive drinking too, because it's Cups. And look, 9 of Cups, this is definitely, with all of that I just said, that is definitely alcoholism. Again, that's not for all of you. Please, not for all of you. You know if that is part of your story, okay? Somebody here is so overwhelmed that they're just drinking their life away. I have to put it out there. I have to put it out there. You have to put an end to this, Virgo. Or you're worrying about somebody, you know, there's some sort of divine intervention that needs to happen here. You like suspect something. Your intuition is saying something, and your intuition is right. It's always right. There is definitely an emotional imbalance, a serious emotional imbalance here. Being very overwhelmed and overtaken by the emotions. The emotions are really way out of control. You got to get grounded here, Virgo. You got to get grounded, for sure. You really need to start focusing on yourself. Start spending more time on having fun, raising your vibration, doing things for you. And if you're getting defensive about it, especially somebody's realizing what's going on, because your emotions are out of whack, because you're so fearful and your anxiety is through the roof, probably, you start lashing out at people. And some people, again, they may be telling you, hey, Virgo, what's going on? Why are you acting like this? And you get defensive and you're like, no, I'm fine. Everything's good. I've got this. But apparently some of you don't, because there's some serious emotional issue here and it's causing you to be out of balance mentally. Okay? Something needs to be done about this, Virgo. Look at all these 9s. This needs to end. It's up to you. If you're having that hard of a time, go seek help, please. Go call one of those numbers. If it's a suicide number, go call the suicide number, please. All right? For others of you, though, with this recovery, this peace coming in, this reconciliation, this reunion is going to be the catalyst for your relationship, your connection to this person moving to the next level. All right. There's she brings in new love and or what's it called? She could bring in that. She can also bring in like not advancement of relationships, but I think relationships moving to the next phase, the next level. Yeah. Okay. So for some of you, yeah, with this reunion, this reconciliation, or this invitation to something, maybe somebody's going to communicate, I want to move to the next level, or I want marriage with you, I want commitment, whatever this is. So there's a change of relationship here. You may be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, somebody who has a lot of love for you. Someone's very compassionate, very generous, very nurturing too. there's also like this person is not giving up on this. They've been through a lot of battles. They've had a lot of scars, a lot of wounding, but they persevered. They continued to move forward. And they were able to just go with the flow and to understand the healing nature of true unconditional love. This person is no longer blocking their emotions. They're now going to open up their heart to you. They're going to pour out their emotions because they have the Ace of Cups in their hands. They're going to express their feelings as opposed to blocking them like they used to. This person's been through a lot, especially something with a mother and or something with being in tune with their emotions and not being afraid to be vulnerable and express them. Also with going with the flow of life, because apparently this person tried to control a lot of things and realized that that wasn't working. For those whose this reunion, this reconciliation is moving your connection to the next level, this is saying also that, again, trust your intuition on this and you continue to go with the flow. But this is also saying this is the last test that you have to go through. This is the last challenge before success comes around. There could also be a test of forgiveness here. I believe I got that in Taurus's reading too. A true divine feminine forgives and has compassion and acceptance and tolerance. A true divine feminine unconditionally loves herself and all things, including all people. So there might be something with this reconciliation, reunion, or whatever this is, invitation to go out somewhere, Virgo. Maybe this is going to be a test of your faith, or a test that you have to pass to see if you actually can forgive and have compassion and love someone unconditionally without judgment. Because maybe this person's going to say some truths to you. Yeah, and if you pass that test, yeah, there's the wish fulfillment. The dreams can come true. It could even be where maybe this person tells you something about a drinking problem that they had or something like that. Yeah, see, Knave of Swords, there's challenging information coming in. But this person's really going to be telling you the truth here with honesty and integrity for sure. This may come as a shock to you because this is like an unexpected news, unexpected information. Could be surprising. This information might be surprising to you, even if, you know, this person says, you know, I have a lot of love for you and I want this to move to the next level. And that there's communication coming in with that. And you're going to be like, wait, what? Really? But they're also going to say some other things that it might be talking about. I was getting defensive. I was putting up barriers because I was not in tune with my emotions. I didn't want to feel. I didn't want to love anymore because I got burned. I had a drinking problem. Again, it could be a lot of stuff. Could be a lot of stuff. I was being selfish because Nine of Cups is selfish. I wanted to fill my own cups and nobody else's cups. It could be that. I'm already channeling somebody's message, guys. So, but a test for you, Virgo, if you're the recipient of this information, again, this is a test. If you can handle the truth, if you're still going to forgive them. If you forgive them, you get the ultimate reward of all, which does not just include harmony, sacred union. You get the love of a lifetime, but you also get other things that God doesn't want me to share. I was about to say, and they said, nope, don't do it. Okay. All right. Let's see what your guidance is for this week. If I can shuffle. Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Palladian Syrians. Please reveal to us for our highest good. What guidance do we have for Virgo? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. There we go. Thank you. Appetite. Taurus got this too, so maybe some of you need to watch Taurus's reading. Get out of your comfort zone. Bottom of the deck is Aragonite, or your person is a Taurus too. Release your emotional baggage. They got that as one of their fly out cards. All right, let's look at appetite. If you have these crystals, Virgo, it is recommended that you utilize these as you're saying the affirmations that I'm about to tell you. If you want to order them, purchase them, feel free to do so, but it's not necessary. If you want to look up the picture and just look at the image as you're doing the affirmation, that would be fine too. But it would help for these to be either under your pillow or wearing a bracelet or something like that. All right. Burst through your bubble. There is a first time for everything and for everyone. Get outside of your comfort zone to discover what feeds your appetite for life. It's easy to become complacent, so play it safe and live in your self-created boundaries. Don't let your routine hold you back from challenging yourself. Embrace new and uncharted territory. It is in these exhilarating moments that you find inspiration and uncover what thrills you. Keep yourself on your toes and be excited for the day you have ahead. This is the space where you will learn the most, where you will grow and evolve into the best version of yourself. When was the last time you did something for the first time? What inspires you? Your affirmation is, I am capable of new and surprising things. Today, try something different to get inspired about life. You might plan a trip, try a new recipe, or buy a book by an author you've never heard of. So, see, when I said surprising news, information, I am capable of new and surprising things. Okay, be prepared to be surprised about something when this communication comes in, Virgo. Aragonite, release your emotional baggage. It's time to lighten the load. Give yourself permission to acknowledge, process, and release any emotions that no longer serve you. Emotional baggage can manifest in different ways: shame, disappointment, anger, guilt, resentment. This is all part of human nature. But while these emotions may serve as protective barriers, eventually they can become heavy burdens that our spirits need to shed. Acknowledge and redirect these feelings in a healthier, more positive way. You alone have the power to pack away these emotions in order to move forward unhindered and unencumbered. What negative emotions keep popping up for you that you've been ignoring? How would it feel to stop carrying that weight? What's stopping you from letting go? Your affirmation is, I am light and free. Today, when a negative emotion surfaces, examine it. Consider where the emotion came from, then gently let it go without judging yourself. See, she doesn't judge. You don't judge others, and you don't judge yourself, Virgo. Don't feel guilty. Don't feel shameful. We all go through stuff, right? We're human beings. Nobody's perfect. But when you work towards embodying those divine feminine energies, guys, it's really going to help with a lot. Give thanks for the blessings of love soon to come your way. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. So see, for those of you where there's a reunion here, love's coming your way. I said there's a relationship moving to the next phase here. You are deserving of this. All of you are deserving of love, okay? But again, you have to work towards being the love you want to have in your life and attracting it. When it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. Bottom of the deck is none other than, what was I saying? Forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. This is also not only forgiving others, Virgo, which really frees you. That is liberating. It helps you to move on from those emotions that are low vibrational, right? It's also important to forgive yourself, right? Don't judge yourself. Don't be hard on yourself for what you did or didn't do, okay? There's something here about somebody needs to have undergo mother healing. Maybe you have a hard time forgiving your mother or something like that. That's going to set you free. The forgiveness is for you, not for your person. It helps you to move on. All right? Forgiveness is a high state of being. It's a divine quality. A true divine feminine forgives everyone and everything, to include herself. All right? All right, Virgo, if you would like a personal reading with me or a live coaching session, please check out the description box below or hop on over to CapellaWellness.com. You will find all that stuff in my service suite. I am having my Reintegrating the Divine Feminine class, like I was talking about. This is really going to help you with all of this, okay? I did drop the price for that. For more information on that, please check out the description box below. If you go to CapellaWellness.com, they are underneath the coaching section of my service suite. You will see the listing for the last 2 classes in the coaching category, okay? I also have new, more affordable readings. Those are listed. Direct links to those are in the description box. If you go to CapellaWellness.com, they're underneath the personalized readings section. They're the first ones listed. Also, about my channel, you may have heard that March 17th, TikTok and Facebook and Instagram are going to be banning all things spiritual, dealing with astrology, tarot, all that stuff. And I know my channel's already been impacted on YouTube, so I'm already preparing myself to jump off of YouTube if it comes down to where they shut down the channel, period. I already have my website set up to post my videos and to go live there. I have channels set up and everything. I can do all this stuff that's similar to YouTube. You just won't have the ads and all of the crazy scrolling and all of that stuff. You will get the exact guidance needed that you are drawn to from my website alone. All right? I'm not going to throw ads in there because that's pointless. Defeats the purpose of my mission, right? So if you would like to be in the know with that, I would highly recommend that you sign up for my website. It's completely free. You even have private access to my mobile app where I'll be doing other things there. If you go to CapellaWellness.com, you click on the Sign Me Up button, all right? Fill out the Keep Me Updated form. You'll get an email with a private link to my mobile app, and you'll be on my mailing list so that I can let you know, okay, if you would still like guidance from me or coaching or assistance or anything, and mainly the videos that you're watching here, that everything's now going to be on my website at CapellaWellness.com, okay? If for some reason my channel just totally disappears, then you know why, okay? If you want to continue receiving this guidance, please, when that happens, if I'm not able to give you a heads up, go to CapellaWellness.com, all right? You do not have to sign up for anything. Well, I might change it, but sign up if you really want to stay in the know, especially if my channel drops off, okay? Any questions you have at all about this reading or about anything else, please feel free to reach out to me. My email address is in the description box. Or if you go to CapellaWellness.com, there's plenty of other places for you to contact me, all right? All right, Virgo, that concludes your weekly reading. Thank you so very much for watching this video, for subscribing to this channel if you haven't already, and for illuminating that thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate it. I wish you the best today and always. I send you so much love, and I hope I illuminated your well-being today. Again, this is Jess from Capella Wellness, starring out.